Hello, my name is Mola, and today I will be talking about the cultural practices of major groups in South Africa. The major ethnic groups in South Africa consist of 79% Africans. They are not to be called Bantu or Native, for those terms have racist connotations related to them. The Africans are the largest single ethnic group that predominantly belong to the Zulu tribe. The second biggest tribe are the Xhosa people. There are 9 tribes and ethnic groups identified and categorized during the apartheid, and 11 official languages in South Africa. 9% are white, mostly English speaking, and other, as in African or other language speaking white minority in South Africa. And there's an immigrant population that includes South Asians and Indians. And last, 9% are identified as colored, who are mixed with different ethnicities in South Africa. The term colored is appropriate and not offensive in South Africa. However, we have to be careful in using that term in the U.S., for it does have a racist connotation. In this presentation, we will briefly cover cultural practices such as language, food, clothing, and other practices of the Zulu ethnic group in South Africa and the Rainbow Nation that South Africa is referred to. Zulu people in South Africa. Their language is called isiZulu. It is a Bantu language, and about 10 million speak this language. It is the most widely spoken home language in South Africa. For food, they have about 40 different dishes, mostly vegetarian. This includes maize, tubers, and pumpkin as popular dishes, and tomato, cabbage, and onion when available. Their clothing for women consists on their marital statuses. Single women will wear a short grass skirt, and engaged or married women cover their whole bodies. For men, they wear a cowtail worn on upper arms and knees to make the body appear more bulk, and headbands are only worn by married men. It is also important to note that South Africans are not always in their traditional or cultural clothing, for many dressed in modern or Western clothing as well. Zulu people in South Africa, for dancing, there are different kinds of dances, some of which are the bull dance, a dance that imitates the bull, the hunting dance, it imitates the actions and skills of hunting, and the dance of the small shield. It is used to encourage military unity. Drums are also an important part of most of these festivities. For religion, most Zulu people identify as Christians, but have managed to parallel their traditional beliefs with their Christianity derived from their history and culture. They have a creator god called Unkulunkulu. Also, they believe in ancestral spirits. They believe in the physical breath and personality of a human being. When a person dies and the breath of that person leaves their body, their personality may live on as an ancestor spirit if the person has behaved good in life. And now we're going to move to this idea of South Africa being a rainbow nation. Nelson Mandela once said, "Each of us is as intimately attached to the soil of this beautiful country as are the famous jacaranda trees of Pretoria and Mamusa trees of the Bushveld, a rainbow nation at peace with itself and the world." This term describes South Africa's diversity in culture, food, language, ethnic groups, and is often used to refer to the nation. It is difficult to explain one cultural practice of South Africans because of this. It is an extremely diverse country that has traditions and cultures continuously influencing each other. So, as the Rainbow Nation as a whole, there are 11 languages, including Afrikaans, English, Ndebele, Northern, Sotho, Swazi, and Zulu. Phrases in Afrikaans, hi is hello or hi. I'm lost is ek is voor lor, and thank you is dankie. For the Rainbow Nation food, again, the South Africa cuisine combines tastes from original African plants, roots, fruits, and vegetables with European influences from the Netherlands, France, Germany, and also South Asia. An example of a food that unites the country is the braai barbecue. It actually has a national day on September 24th. It is a good example of a rainbow cuisine because it is a mixture of European grill influences with African and Asian flavoring. Braai literally means barbecue in Afrikaans. It is cooked in an open flame, and it is just basically barbecued meat. CNN describes South Africans as loving meat. For the arts and humanities, the oldest and most precious art treasures are the rock paintings and engravings of South Africa. They are extremely old. They can be old as 6,400 years. And in the township is art that are from Black artists during the apartheid years. For performing arts, the apartheid year only gave white cultural traditional theaters subsidies to continue performing arts. However, the Market Theater in Johannesburg staged black performances and culture. The performing arts in South Africa is internationally acclaimed as unique and top of the class. For music, historically, music was divided between white and black ethnic groups. However, modern music combines the two categories as well as other styles of music to really display the rainbow nation of music. A good example is Kwaito, a style of music that mixes R&B, Jamaican reggae, house music, and American hip-hop. And last, literature. Oral tradition is very popular in South Africa. It is an historical form of expression of stories, but they have recently, oral stories have started to be written by black tribes. Novelist Nadina Gordmere is quoted saying, living in a society that has been as deeply and calculatedly compartmentalized as South Africa has been under the color bar, the writer's potential has unscalable limitations. And this is in response to the world wondering why there isn't as much literature out of South Africa with its history of politics and racial disparities. And here is the work cited. Thank you.